Hello, I'm Attu Jamir and you're watching the Hornbill TV's English News Bulletin. Now, headlines. BJP MLA Bhupendra Patel has been chosen as the new Chief Minister of Gujarat and will be sworn in soon, said Union Minister Narendra Tomar on Sunday. His name was proposed by Vijay Rupani, who stepped down from the position on Saturday. Asserting that Aam Aadmi Party would contest all 403 assembly seats in Uttar Pradesh, senior leader Sanjay Singh has said it would be a mistake to consider AAP now, as it had emerged stronger than the Congress in the recent Panchayat polls. Police confirmed arrest of at least 6 employees of Assam's inland water transport department in connection to the allegedly committed mistakes that led to a boat capsize in Brahmaputra and caused deaths of 2 persons while 1 went missing. The US-based Pro-Khalistan organization Sikhs for Justice has issued a statement targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government over violence against farmers who are protesting against the 3 controversial farm laws. In an unfortunate incident, a 12-year-old boy from Washu village, Twensang, drowned in the Dhansuri River at Naharbari in Dimapur on September 11 around 9 am. Nodal Officer Disaster Management Dimapur, Rendemo Shitoy, informed Hornbill TV that the boy along with his friend went to the river and drowned while playing in the water. Operation to recover the body has been put on hold for tonight. The search operation will further commence tomorrow morning from Kushabil area, Shitoy informed. The search operation was conducted jointly by the State Disaster Response Force, 12th Battalion and the National Disaster Response Force stationed at Kohima, coordinated by the District Management Authority. Senior BJP leader Bhupendra Patel was chosen as the new Chief Minister of Gujarat and will be sworn in soon, said Union Minister Narendra Tomar on Sunday. 59-year-old Patel was unanimously elected BJP Legislative Party leader in Gandhinagar city. Patel has replaced Vijay Rupani, who had abruptly resigned on Saturday, a year ahead of the state assembly elections. Bhupendra Patel is an MLA from Ahmedabad's Kadlodia and was earlier the chairman of the Ahmedabad Urban Development Authority. His name was proposed by Vijay Rupani, who had resigned from the CM post on Saturday, surprising many. The new leader is expected to meet the state governor Acharya Devraj to stake claim to form the government. Earlier, he served as municipal councillor in Ahmedabad. He has been the chairman of Ahmedabad Urban Development Authority and used to head the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation Standing Committee. Asserting that Aam Aadmi Party would contest all 403 assembly seats in Uttar Pradesh, senior party leader Sanjay Singh has said it would be a mistake to consider AAP now, as it had emerged stronger than the Congress in the recent Panchayat polls. The Arvind Kejriwal-led AAP made it clear that it is not in talks with any other party for an alliance in the UP Assembly election due next year. Our party is stronger than the Congress in the state. While the Congress won 40 seats in Panchayat polls, we scored a victory in 83 Panchayats. AAP got over 40 lakh votes in these polls, where 1,600 party candidates contested. Singh, who is AAP's UP in charge, told PTI in an interview. The Congress was reduced to 7 seats in the 2017 election to the 403-member UP Assembly. The AAP had earlier tested poll waters in the 2014 and 2019 parliamentary elections on some selected seats in UP without any success. After coming to power in Delhi, it emerged as the main opposition party in Punjab and has been trying to expand its base in other states like Goa, Uttarakhand and Gujarat. Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal had himself contested against Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Varanasi in 2014 and stood second ahead of the Congress and the Samajwadi Party nominees. Police have arrested 6 persons and detained 3 others in connection with the boat capsize incident that took place in the Brahmaputra River at Nimadigat in Assam's Johar district September 8. Confirming the report, Johar District Superintendent of Police Ankur Jain said that Johar police have so far arrested 6 persons and Majuli District Police have detained 3 others. The arrested people were identified as Jogen Das, Danbar Das, Biju Kumar Das, Jayanta Datta, Binod Barua and Babul Nyok. He further said that the police have summoned a few others including the owner of the ill-fated boat. Johar police have registered a criminal case following the directives of Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. 89 passengers survived and 2 people died and 1 person is still missing, said in the statement of ASDMA. NDRF, SDRF and river police teams as engaged in search and rescue operations to locate the last missing person in different locations. The US-based Pro-Khalistan organization Sikhs for Justice has issued a statement targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government over violence against farmers who are protesting against the 3 controversial farm laws. The group said it is gearing up to chase PM Modi from White House to UN to raise a ruckus over India's use of brutal force against protesting farmers of Punjab, in which several hundreds have already died. SFJ is planning to lobby with this White House and US Congress to hold Modi accountable for number A, using violence against farmers, B, suppressing the freedom of speech of the US citizens by filing criminal charges in India for holding pro-farmer rallies at Indian consulates, C, and for filing sedition charges against Khalistan referendum campaigners based in India and abroad, said Gurbatwant Singh Panun, General Counsel to SFG in a statement. Panun said Modi will face legal consequences for ordering violence against protesting farmers and Khalistan referendum activists. Maharashtra MP and Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut on Sunday said Shiv Sena will contest upcoming elections in Uttar Pradesh and Goa. In a preparation for the upcoming elections, Sanjay Raut said that Shiv Sena will be contesting the elections in Uttar Pradesh on around 100 seats, which will take place next year, and more than 20 seats will be contested in Goa and may form an alliance. Sanjay Raut made a remark on the resignation of the Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, stating it as an internal matter of the PJP and as a national party that is in power at the centre has the right to change the chief ministers of the concerned state. The PJP had changed CMs of Uttarakhand, Karnataka and Gujarat. Rawat claimed that it might be a political strategy for the upcoming elections. Around 55% Pakistanis are of a favorable opinion about the Taliban rule in Afghanistan, a poll conducted by Gallup Pakistan has revealed, Geo News reported. The poll was conducted among 2,400 people. The findings claim that 55% said they are happy, while 25% said they are unhappy, and another 20% had no response. According to Geo News report, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has the strongest support for the Taliban government, as 65% of the respondents said they were happy. About 55% of respondents from Balochistan, 54% from Punjab and Sindh expressed happiness over the formation of the Taliban government in Afghanistan. The Taliban seized power in Afghanistan on August 15 and its ongoing offensive in the country ended in Kabul, and Ashraf Ghani, the former president, fled the country. Though Afghanistan's Panjshir province has still not been completely captured by the Taliban, they have announced their government in Afghanistan and have also set up an interim cabinet. The survey in Pakistan was conducted between August 13 and September 5th, which indicates that the survey started before the fall of Kabul, when most of the other provinces were under Taliban capture. The survey also reveals an interesting age and gender profile of the respondents. Out of those who supported the Taliban government, 68% are over the age of 50. About 58% of men surveyed have opinions favoring the Taliban, while among the women, the rate was 36%. India's cumulative COVID-19 vaccination coverage surpassed 73.82 crores as per provisional reports, informed the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Sunday. With the administration of 72,86,883 vaccine doses in the last 24 hours, country's COVID-19 vaccination coverage surpassed the cumulative figure of 73.82 crore. The ministry stated over 72 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses have been provided to the states and union territories so far to the Government of India's free of cost channel. As per an official release, mentioning the fact that the union government is committed to accelerating the pace and expanding the scope of COVID-19 vaccination throughout the country. The ministry stated more than 72.21 crore vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories so far. The ministry further stated more than 5.16 crore balance and unutilized COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states and union territories to be administered. A day after the exit of Gujarat's Chief Minister Vijay Rupani and his cabinet, the state BJP legislators are meeting today to discuss his successor. Rupani stepped down yesterday without citing any reasons, a move that came as a surprise to many. The state's development, he said, should carry on under new leadership and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's guidance. I will hold consultations with Gujarat leaders, then the central leadership will take a decision. Union Minister and the BJP Central Observer for Gujarat, Prahlad Joshi, was quoted as saying by news agency ANI. Senior party leaders Bhupendra Yadav and PL Santosh will attend the meeting. In the morning, Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar and BJP National General Secretary Tarun Guj met at State BJP Chief C.R. Patel's residence. The 65-year-old resigned as Chief Minister on Saturday, 15 months ahead of assembly elections in the state. In what is being seen as a course correction by the BJP, there is speculation that his handling of the second wave of the COVID pandemic is one of the reasons for the hard reboot ordered by the central leadership. India recorded 28,591 new cases of the novel coronavirus along with 338 deaths due to the infection in the past 24 hours. According to the data shared by the Union Health Ministry on Sunday, the country saw a total of 34,848 discharges in the last 24 hours, taking the total recovery rate at around 97.51% and total recoveries to 3,24,09,035. The total active cases of COVID-19 in India slightly dipped to 3,84,921, the ministry data showed. The total death toll in the country is now at 4,42,655. In India, the first death due to COVID pandemic was reported in March 2020. Of the total samples tested, 15,30,125 samples were tested on Sunday. India's cumulative vaccination coverage stood at 73 crore 82 lakh 7,378, while 72,86,883 vaccine doses were administered on September 11th alone. The centre has told the Supreme Court that the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and the Indian Council of Medical Research had on September 3 jointly issued guidelines for the issuance of official document for COVID-19 related deaths. In an affidavit filed in the top court, the centre said the Office of the Registrar General of India has also issued a circular on September 3rd to provide a medical certificate of cause of death to the next of kin of the deceased. The centre said the guidelines and the circular have been issued in compliance with the June 30 judgment in the Ripa Kansal vs Union of India and others and Gaurav Kumar Bansal vs Union of India and other cases. According to the guidelines, the COVID-19 cases are those which are diagnosed through a positive RT-PCR molecular test, read or clinically determined through investigations in a hospital, inpatient facility by a treating physician while admitted to the hospital or inpatient facility. Deaths occurring due to poisoning, suicide, homicide and deaths due to accident etc. will not be considered as COVID-19 deaths even if it is an accompanying condition, it added. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.